снова здрасте. Продолжаем бродить по Сайселу и разбираться, кто же у нас убил советника. Как его там, Джейка? Сейчас посмотрим, как его зовут. А как его зовут? Бу! Та-та-та-та-та-та. Ну да, не смешная шутка, согласен. Так, вот оно. Загружаем. Я тут в Стиме случайно увидел одно из достижений, и, видимо, за этим достижением придется вернуться. За этим достижением придется вернуться. Так, и куда же мы вернемся? Таурей, вот у нас Эсмеральда, и вот... Я понял. Да, нужно будет забрать это, свистнуть, трусы. Что поделать.
Liberté, equality and brotherhood for all.
Не, забавно уметь читать мысли животных. Нет, не мысли. Забавно уметь разговаривать с животными.
Where tonight, Legionnaire? I'd be afraid alone in the dark.
Да. Ой, Эсмеральда, он посмел тебе желать. Плюс 1 обаяние. Вот это я, кстати, не заметил. Так что берем по-любому. И вот он, да. Что еще можно свистнуть? Да, по большому счету ничего. Просто... Что, будем этой девочке выправлять обаяние? Я понимаю, что это ужасно. Да, кстати, надо что-то делать с головой. Говорящая голова. Где же этот подвал, где же этот дом Родрига? Не Родрига. Бери меч. Как его там? Подвал, как его там? Реджинальд. Так, ну пока сгоняем до дома этой самой Эсмеральды. Сходим на место преступления, наверное. Почему бы и нет? Это на место преступления. И вот он вход рядышком тут. Окей.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
Так, сейчас я отойду на секундочку.
Have you ever had the fortunate challenge in the stable of Miguel Hunter's Inn?
Fresh habit. Perfect for fire.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Так, а вот снова я.
You're just hanging around again, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what they call the undead a problem, my friend? But those who know the ways of the Fabulous Five see no problems. They see, oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better.
Heavenly herring. Delicious dogfish. Yours for a scrap of gold each.
I'm here to do my duty, which is hardly the same as adventuring.
Да, черт. А давно ли сохранился?
Agreed. Adventuring in
You may tell yourself you dislike adventure, but the mud on your boots and the blood on your blades say otherwise. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense.
Riches do not interest me much, actually.
nor me. Wealth is but...
Oh, but I know you're just being bashful. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes.
It's better to lead than to follow. That much.
Better to be served than...
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too short, and that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door. The Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Ривеллону. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, you'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. What a gem of a question. Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The type, of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the finale, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? Work hard. Fulfill contracts. Enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Ривеллону. You will make the stars shine all the brighter.
Какой-то развод.
Fresh habit. Perfect for fire.
So you're just hanging around again, are you? Waiting for what?
Так, на сострадание, на духовность надо. Интересно, конечно, это все, но что-то очень тяжело пока баланс удерживать. Делать то, что я хочу, очень тяжело. Совсем с этим. Как стопы. За всех разговаривать будет эта девушка.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
I'll thank you to leave me be, you old...
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dope... I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time. You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do. Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of heaven's hornets. That's quite a story, comrade. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases. I came south seeking the Legion's help. Only to find it tied here in Sicile. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward. And even in my finest form, by the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you... I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. I've been scouting Sicile for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work. More than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here, but there's enough dark magic running rough. There's Mayor Cecil's doings, for one. And the mysteries of our master Thalron. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow. Now don't get me wrong, I think the mayor's a dick, but from what I've heard whispered around the docks, I suspect an illegal source, artifact, or substance is at the root of it, but exactly what or who's giving it to him, I can't say. Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I bet my sword he's dealing in something darker and splints and tonic. A loose-lipped fishmonger let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scaled it. Hardly the habit of an innocent healer, I'd say. You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. It ain't natural. Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now.
A fantastic plan! With 3 source hunters working in tandem, we'll put an end to all the evils bent against this fair land.
Так, а можно ли брать 4-го? У меня вопрос.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more...
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in a 100-mile radius shaking in his wee boots.
Never saw you in the king crab before. You're welcome, those crabs. I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank when I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in. Been the king crab's foremost patron ever since.
Короче, этот кот спасался, по-моему, с 3 или 4 кораблей, которые
They say
терпели
he's
бедствие,
privy
тонули.
to ancient and arcane
Я
secrets,
читал
the
эту
likes of
историю.
which I
В
doubt you
реальности
could
был
even
такой кот
fathom. Old
в
friend.
королевских ВМС. Он с 3 кораблей он чудесным образом спасался, которые шли ко дну.
A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliff. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's fume. So I was. What friends I had. They drowned. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind, and in that regard, there is no one like Maxine. Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle. So she likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved by all means. People make a fuss about them because they endanger the lands around the city. They never bother me when I'm out for my monthly walk, though. But still, don't mention orcs to me. Worse than dogs, that lot. Sank Walrus Willie's boat right from under him. Best anchovy fisher in the...
Так, понятненько.
That purring sound.
Hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have. Like our noble I am the Duke of Ferrell. Though I suppose my name... Yes, she and I have a history. That's hard as easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you that the affair was never so steamy and salt. Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interests, she had hers, and there was little passion left between them. Certainly not enough to fuel a murder. It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the...
What have we here? A source hunter, is it? Well, my day just became rather more stupid. Tall as an elf, strong as an orc, but your face, quite classical. And my word, what passion burns from your eyes. Please forgive my being forward, but I am Anna. I've cut 1,000 throats and baked 1,000 bread rolls. Stolen the crown jewels of the Queen of Arata, and with my pockets full, when the day comes that I die, the gods will evacuate. I contain multitudes, you see, and I am utterly replete. Except that, much to my dismay, I had as yet to find... But then, Source Hunter, you wandered. That I have. For nearly a lifetime, it seems. Well, I'm sure you must know what I mean. Like exist... I believe I have found that component, that body, that spirit within you, Source. Yes, you must join the Fabulous Five right away, as soon as time permits. Together, yes. I am part of that band of valiant heroes. You must speak with Mendius. He stands right outside this very tavern, and he alone can bring you into our illustrious fold. Come now, Alistair.
Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe. In any case, make it quick. You're not the only... What do you mean, not familiar? You expect me to believe... Why? I'm only the most famous wizard this side of the distance. Although, it'd be... And don't forget, I'm the most eminent member of the Fabulous Five to boot. Surely you already know we've been voted the most influential adventurers guild by SideQuest Monthly. Your interest is piqued, I see. A word of warning, though, we only accept the best and the brightest. Those nasty beasts are hardly worth my time. Though I suppose I'll step...
traveler. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell me, have you yet heard what's in a name, dear friend? For we all begin equal in the... You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed by following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way we can each. She came from on high to we mortals and showed us the path to the goddess, where she showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life. Ah, for this hallowed information, you must seek an immaculate there among her followers and go on the path to the righteous, my friend.
He says he's an immaculate. But I thought they'd been banished after the death of the Source King.
Immaculate.
Ah, pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How did you know? Please continue interrupting my drink if you... How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome stranger at the bar. Let me answer by saying that who I am is... Can I tell you? I suppose I can. And...
Понятно.
Ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Великолепно это или не очень?
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or three, so what'll it be? The name's Ivad. Pleased to make your acquaintance. All you see before you is the manifestation of my great-grandpappy Horatius Dungeness's. Well, between you and me, things have been rather slow since the, incident. But with spirits high and liquor flowing like it is tonight, mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive subject? Death and dark magic ain't exactly... That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman, though I regret to say I can't say exactly who. She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions after many similar concerns. I saw one other figure go into the room that night. Someone tall, built broad like a man, but I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. I jumped. By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. Whoever done it has escaped through the window. But I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I had Councillor Jake. That poor man. I knew too much about his Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know? He's called the Duke of Ferrol. A high title for a low man.
To that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave.
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets. Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to vicious... It's very tragic news. I won't posture...
Понятно, ничего нового он не скажет. Легионер. Тут у нас Иады. Поговорить с крыской.
This will is disgusting.
Так, мне нужна что? Мне нужна печь, по-моему. Ну-ка. Пища. Печь. О, как. А печи-то здесь и нет. Да, запертый для него тоже. Здесь, может, подскажут, как быть.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Зашли сюда.
Parson tighter than the treasury.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Так, отмычки. Отмычки. Раз так, не будем тратить. Чего за? Вот ведь. О.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. You know who I bet would love to hear from you, Source Hunter? Your ex. Go on, send a letter. Before you lose your nerve.
Да, музыка здесь ничего, скажем так. Но пока что мне вот эта вот композиция понравилась из-за... Как назвать-то? Из таверны.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and...
И... Со стартового меню вот эта заглавная тема очень неплоха. Так, ну нет, я все-таки вернусь в порт тогда и это... обчищу этот склад под охраной того замечательного капитана. Потому что... столько же замечательных вещей. Если его попробовать, это... Может, дагу взять? Этот же портится? О, да, он портится. Ничего тут уже. Так, давайте-ка сразу. Это мы Скарлетт, это мы Скарлетт. Это мы Скарлетт. Так, ну все, полная жизнь, все хорошо. Так, это мы Байродир, все стрелки отдадим. Я помню все твои стрелочки. Ага, ага. Так, ну никого это что? Так, это я тоже, оказывается, читал. Превосходный клинок. Отлично. Что еще-то? А, вот кузнец. Превосходный топор. Ну, в общем, все хорошо. Так, книжечки можно будет продать. Старый пергамент. Лист бумаги, это тоже Скарлетт. Она пускай там все крафтит. Хорошо, хорошо. Так, веревку мы пока ничего не будем с веревкой делать. А, я дагу хотел ему дать, точно. Чё это я? Ну, так вот. Так, все, сундук мы завандалили. Ой. Прикольно. Сундук мы завандалили. Сейчас нужно отдать все неопознанные вещи мадаме той. Так, что там у Даги прочности осталось. Распополамил я ее. Ну давай. Наблюдай, так это что? Я понял. Что, собственно, она может? У кого потир? Командоре опять же. Потир. Великолепно. Невозможно, так невозможно. Что поделаешь? Так, да, тут затягивает это. Апельсиновый сок. Оптимизация доспехов и прочего. Мне надо лутать весь город, потом еще. А это что такое? Легкая золотая чаша. Продать. Продадим. С кинжальчиком-то бегать. Еще перемещение, это улучшается. Ну-ка давай-ка Родрику подадим обратно. Сапоги мотора. 11 уровень брони. 7 уровень брони. 9 уровень брони, 11 уровень брони. Это что такое? Бросать такую хорошую вещь я не буду, конечно же. Так. Так. Так, кроме стоимости ничего не повышает, конечно же, но быстро потом, если что, продавать пригодится. Соки давал, по-моему. Вот. Так, это для крафта мы сюда. Что это вообще такое, рюкзак? Зачем? Ну ладно. Шар. 3 раза можно им бахнуть. Газофолка можно 3 раза им бахнуть. Ну и яблочко одно. Все, вроде все живы-здоровы, все у всех все замечательно. Так, уровень брони. Почему она ходит без доспехов? Ну-ка. Мы этим что, не баловались, что ли, еще? Нет. Вот это номер. Может понять скорость? Ну все, да, больше они уже не будут. Так, и вот еще что я хочу соединить. Или что, или нужна бутылка отдельно пустая, чтобы... В общем, какая-то жесть. Стрелки-то мы все это отдаем госпоже Байруддир. Ну ладно. Внимание, создание свитка. Туда же, видимо. Жесть. Ну ладно. Так. Кто у нас ведет? Пустая бутылка. Давайте попробуем.
Another one for the collection.
Ну, пусть будет пустая бутылка. Выкинуть можно всегда. А, вот. Вот оно.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation. Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear...
Is in play here, all right?
Something useful.
Сохраняться нужно чаще.
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Ой-ой-ой. Так, и тогда ей передадим сразу от Родерика этот кинжальчик. Вот так вернулся я в порт. Да, блин, и этого-то, и мага-то не взял.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. It will consume us all. By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? Two Ривеллonians here? At the end of space and time? How? Oh, yes, proper introductions. Zigzags the historian at your service. As for how I got here, well, for a historian appointed by the gods themselves, how you got on such a tiny and rapidly shrinking vestige of space and time? Ah, at last a question I can answer most. Time ought naturally naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible. Show, don't tell, I always say. So, go.
Maybe quite mad.
Then we had better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
Определенно эта игра мне начинает все больше и больше нравиться.
Not even worth the rummaging.
И чё это такое? Так, ну-ка... Черная дыра, типа.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's... The portal has become active. Fantastic. Astounding. Onward
Not even
we
worth
should
the
go.
rummaging.
Слушай, ну прикольная игрушка, не, мне это она явно симпатична. Я такие люблю. Так, а что же быть? Как же быть? А, то есть можно вот так вот. Можно полежать.
The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Those torches, a light! This portal active once more. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunted. It is the void itself. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive. Though I cannot say for certain if it is what I believe. In fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might But why spoil the mystery? After you, after you.
Скорее всего, обратно идет в гостиницу.
And he's off.
портал, путешествие куда-то. В запретную зону. Что случилось? Оно пока невозможно. Ну ладно. Это, я так понимаю, хаб портал. Здесь портала нет, здесь портал не действующий. Здесь можно в запретную зону. Еще один не действующий. Ну чё, Михалыч? Куда подевался имп, кстати? Запретную зону, поскольку она запретная, мы пока не пойдем. Первый сад у нас переместится недействующий. Не получилось, мы куда-то в ад, видимо. И, видимо, чем дальше мы будем проходить, тем больше порталов будет открываться. Ладно.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time? Mother?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as...
Astounding! Unbelievable!
You have brought guests, I see.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? If any other being in Ривеллону asked me about the details of their comings and goings, but you are different. So please, do tell me. A stone? So... It was a stone that caused the... Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique. Never had I experienced something so... contrary to my nature. To weave something, but yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until Source Hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of...
Mysteries of all time. Gaps in history. Oh!
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry.
I see what the void would...
Yes, though I cannot explain why. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Чего? Зачем?
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Ривеллону. The entire tapestry will crumble.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First, we mend these, our most mysterious guest. Are you... So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
Not but a moment ago, we were hunting Source in Ривеллону, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible.
Так.
What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell.
Фак. Блин. Сделал опять не то, что хотел.
What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. Come, come. I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge.
Это? Значок откройте.
The last chest, the last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it! Find my 4 sisters, no more.
О как. Говоришь, что...
What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell.
Ну, что тебе надо?
The
Вот.
glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest no. With you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry. But you'll need a way to travel between Ривеллону and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what... Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to track. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth...
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void. I honestly don't know. But ask her.
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! Wouldn't it just? Would that I had us just like yourselves. Starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writing. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. Neither do I. But the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weave, this in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation from the grip of the Void. Now, isn't that lovely? Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. But of course, I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. So, gather those Starstones so that we may know the history that was lost. Know so that we must not lonesome observing the frontier of creation. Surfing, well, yes, actually. Perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance after all these years. Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to... I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. The Lady of Time, the Weaver of History. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get your autograph?
А это, видимо, гобелен. Неубедительный, я бы сказал. Так, ну что, там был еще портал в запретную зону. Можно попробовать это. Чего? Попробовать. сделаем.
Do you know more about the void?
Делаем вот
What
так.
it is? What lies at the heart of it?
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The
Прагматизм нам нужен, а не романтичность. Романтичность, прагматизм. Вот. Действующий. Все не действующие, кроме, вот я так понимаю. Вот стоит еще вот, кроме вот этого. И почему-то вот этот не задействуется. Запретную зону. Первый сад. Но он не активен. Как бы действующий, но он не активен. На него нет. Шестеренки там не крутятся. Так, ну ладно.
The last chest.
Could it be?
Indeed.
Astounding.
You have brought
my reaction.
This is a question better put. If any other be, but you are so please do a stone. Not like this. Never had I experienced, but yours has.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not
like the stones, source hunters? Starstone, do you see?
Mr.
It would appear. Yes, if we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature without these stones, Hunter, there will, for a reason I do not yet understand.
Why, of course, that shall never be. As sure as please, our most mysterious. What it be, Source?
Not but a moment ago, we were hunting Source in Ривеллону, and now we're being told.
Say what Zigzags and the Weaver will. I need more evidence before I'll buy into this wild tale.
Spot on.
So, what do you think, Source Hunter? What it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. The glint in your game? No, with you, but you'll need. Luckily, off you go then. You've stuck cross my heart, hope to like the imps, wouldn't it? Just like from what I can. Ruins. Neither do I. This in turn, we may not understand the how yet. Oh, I don't know, but of course I have a. So gather the lonesome. Well, yeah, perhaps you can before you go. So I hope it. A question has me stumped, milady. Why are there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins.
Что, попробуем запретную зону? Почему бы и да? И да, сейчас нужно сохраниться. Так, где у нас склад?
Source hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Ривеллону. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Ривеллону, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. And I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stone. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way. While you were being lectured by our friend the historian, and the advantage of being a cat, you know, you go, that's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at? But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance, saved all too seldomly. Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand, or if Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divine. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wandered aloud, so I told him who I was and showed him my human form. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy tool. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced. Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot...
I'll list of the lot on my racks.
Так, что?
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Для начала нам... Так, кто-то хочет поговорить. Это у нас Мадор.
Unknown to all time, are you? Leave it to an imp to try to fill our minds with all manner of magical gobbledygook. I'll tell you who you are. Source hunters, members of the most esteemed order in Ривеллону. Here to find out and grind out every last speck of dark magic in the realm. There, the enigma is solved. What are you? You think I'm... No, comrade, you can... I just hope this fancy of yours doesn't interfere with your real...
Так, на прагматизм это никак не похож. Давай-ка мы с тобой прогуляемся.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Подушка, там внутри перья. Давай возьмем журнал. Что такое? Вот, хорошо.
only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Дробящий урон, хорошо. Очень невозможно. Запас. А, то есть можно гитарой один раз это. Возьмем. Кого-нибудь пригреть гитарой по голове приголубить.
Still nothing, sir. Suppose there just aren't any thieves around. If there were thieves, why would we be guarding this place? Think! Makes sense, sir. Come on, duty's not so bad. Hey,
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
Восклицательный знак, похоже, он перегружен. Позже. Не, такая милая, симпатичная игрушка, прям я. Так, что там у тебя за восклицательный знак-то?
Quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
Just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
Come on, duty's not so bad. Hey,
would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
Я еще толком ни один квест не начал выполнять, а уже здесь столько всего интересного. Мне определенно нравится, что происходит на экране.
Another perfect heist. You sneak with the subtlety of a tried and true cat burglar.
Why, thanks. I rather do, don't I? Ha! A few more heists and I'll be a fat cat in no time.
Conversation? Mate? Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing
No doubt about it. You're
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere? God, duty's not so bad, hey? Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace. Just making conversation, mate. Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more. Come now, it's just a turn of phrase. Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
Понял. Ну да, это РПГ, здесь надо очень четко с персонажами и аккуратно.
Source Hunters, I welcome you. I know the imp historian has told you about his aid, and I'll be delighted to give it. It can therefore that means the task you have been given while you the advance. That's where I saw them. Don't we all long? But perhaps I speak only for myself. Not for veterans such as yourselves. Like any cat worth its salt, though. Let me I'll not if Zigzag's worries I met him first, so I told him. In the end, he even... Oh, before you go, here. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of it. Now that this matter has been settled, Hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of...
Unknown to all, I'll tell you who you are. Source Hunters, members of the most esteemed order in Ривеллону. Here to find out and grind out every last speck of dark magic in the realm. There. What are you? You think I'm... No, comrade. I just hope this fancy of yours... Cigar.
So what they say?
I can't even smell the CL.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Веревка. Что делать с этой долбанной веревкой? Сначала давайте соединим все это вот таким вот образом. Что ты там на это? Ты.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rot. I can't even smell the sea air over this rot.
А, ну это я читал.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage. Slimy,
сама пирамида?
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my hands. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my hands.
Какой нафиг разница уровня?
I can't even smell the sea air.
А, вот. Все, я понял. Так, а эти мы отдаем Родерику. Весчи. На один больше выжимает из них зарядов. Теперь.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock. I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
Так, дальше.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Так, у тебя тут колечко, кольцо.
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
Помочь нет?
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got
Что там,
the
кстати, с
foulest of the
веревкой?
lot on my racks.
Разобраться. Пирамида. Отдай пирамиду Родерику. У него есть инструкция. А, у них у всех есть инструкция. Ну, отдай Родерику этого хлама.
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
That's quite the valuable gift.
Only the best for my favorite partner.
Your kindness is a great...
Good on you. These bossmen respectable. Sort of thing then.
Slimy, leaky, rotting sea garbage.
Oh my gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Сдается мне.
Little mix-up indeed. I don't know what you and that horrible little imp are planning. Out now, if you please. This room is private.
Ой. Очарование-то у него два, да? А, ну не так далеко. Слушай, а дай-ка ему это. Повысим ему очарование, очарование.
That's quite the valuable gift.
Only the best for my...
Your kindness is a great...
Rotten sea garbage.
Ну что ж, будем, прям скажем, действовать нетрадиционным способом.
Slimy, reeking, rotten sea garbage.
What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you? A magical pyramid.
Будем это...
Steady, boys.
Oh my gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Ты зараза. Да чтоб тебя! Может запугать попробовать? Черт его знает.
Steady, boys. Steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Oh my gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving
Так,
as
что
soon as
делать?
we're
Ну, можно
packed up.
повысить, конечно, этот уровень после этого.
Oh my gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Да чтоб тебя.
A magical pyramid, eh?
Тут, видите, блин, от скилла не зависит. То есть тут просто тупо угадайка. Хотелось бы, конечно, чтобы как-то... Не работает. Черт побери.
A magical pyramid.
Как ее взять-то?
Out now, if you please. This room is private. Don't just stand there. Go.
Я заткнись ты.
Away with you. What are you still doing here? Begone!
Так, ну ладно, тогда будем это... Меняем тактику.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks. Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Oh my gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom.
А почему
Get
три-то,
out,
блин?
will you?
Должно же быть 4, наверное. Как это вообще работает? Здесь можно так сохранить?
I guess so. I never imagined my bathroom would be such a hub of community activity. Oh, do be a dear and show yourself out, won't you? Out! No!
If she
you
soaks in
please!
flower stink much
This
longer,
room is
deer will smell
private.
this lady from a field away. I'll save a leg of something good for when she begins to starve.
All right, comrades.
Don't
nothing
just
to see.
stand there.
It's clear out.
Go!
The lady of the house.
Away with you!
promise.
Как перетащить-то?
What are you still doing here? Begone!
О!
Out! No, if you please! This room is private. Don't just stand there. Go! Away with you!
Так, и... Да, дверку надо закрыть за собой. Что написано-то? Сейчас на территории. И я там видел... Вот же у нас написано. Давайте сюда. Так, надо все-таки добраться до дома Эсмеральды. Кстати,
No, there's my pepper.
разобраться.
Run away.
Должен же, блядь, как-то работать это самое, как-то преодолеть-то тут. А, вот так можно, да? Гавань сразу. Так. Ну-ка, потестим, что будет, если сделать вот так. Так, надеюсь, ничего не уничтожилось.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on
Sigurd's
my
beard, what a find!
И не говори. Кстати, если он телепортацией может далеко достаточно... У меня есть идея. У меня есть мысли, я ее думаю. Это... Черт побери. Этот канат, он как бы должен преодолеваться. Механическим способом он не разрушается. Соответственно... Ой-ой-ой. Так, а обратно... Обратно можно так же сделать, но еще пострадает. Так, а если это сделать... Телепортация работает. А если это сделать с помощью... Допустим. Получится? Что как получится? Блин, а как ее потом? Они все переместили. Ну ладно. Пускай узнают. на шаг. Так, но если я сделаю вот так... Как же быть-то? А, но с другой стороны... Он ее туда выбрасывал с помощью телепортации. Телекинеза, во. А ну попробуем в наглую.
The seven grant abundance.
Ну, великолепно.
Sigurd's beard, what a find!
Я слово велик. Давай, опознавай там это.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst. Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sail to youthful gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Давайте посох отдадим вот этому гражданину.
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
46 полного здоровья. Плюс 7 здоровья. Это хорошо, прям скажем. А, передвижение ниже, меньше, да? Так, у тебя это есть.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
46.
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sail to youthful gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
Да, ну ладно, танку отдадим все-таки.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sail to youthful gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
Ну, и здесь
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sail to youthful gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
Ну, это так, баловство на самом деле, потому что ничего серьезного оно там не... Я не помню, это может быть, кстати, опять какое-нибудь яблочко.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Fennel's carriage for a joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Ах, хрен там, у нее никто не знает, что лопнуть. Так, ну ладно, я думаю, силу завоюем с поднятием. Гражданину силу дадим. С помощью колец можно будет.
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail the Yathook Door anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my
Так, в порту еще можно было с кем-то поговорить. Так, я ничего не забыл.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
Я прям
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Fine a specimen as one of her stocks here. Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Волк с ниткой должны быть у тебя. Хорошо, иголка должна быть у тебя.
That loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Нитката у кого, блин? Вот оно.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Черт побери, логично. Здесь тут не поспоришь.
Don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail the Yathook Door
Что, ты
anymore?
правда не можешь идти?
Sailor, what news from the mainland?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire
Кстати,
really
где
thinks
они?
that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ты надо мной издеваешься, да?
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove
Roderick.
it straight to the pub and back.
Одевайся. Все понял, не одевается.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's
Когда?
wife.
Это мы даем модели,
Sail the Yathook Door anymore.
а вот это мы даем вроде.
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ну вот так.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for
Оставляем.
the joyride?
Пауза пригодится. Так, кстати, здесь
No,
нужно
he
было
didn't. He
еще
drove it straight to the pub and back.
поговорить с...
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail the Yathook Door anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail the Yathook Door anymore?
Сейчас делать
Speaking
трусливое
of
дело, нет?
youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Черт.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail the Yathook Door anymore?
Speaking of youthful Gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess...
Sauce? Here in Sicil? Ah, of all that cursed hunks of rock to land on. Conrad choose. Now that you mention it, I noticed Dietmar, a fellow merchant travelling with us, carrying a sealed box off the ship during the attack. At the time, I figured he was just escaping with his personal effects. Well, sure, I saw him slip off the ship, but I haven't a clue where he could possibly be now. Captain Conrad's the man to ask for such matters.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicil? Name's Conrad, cargo trader, sea captain, an expert in all things nautical. Aye, that Cecil's worse than a rooster. crowing all around town about matters. For my part, I haven't a clue where it could have gone. Overboard, stolen, or vanished. Wouldn't hurt to ask some of my men. I tried myself. But sailors tend to be a bit tight-lipped when they're afraid of getting one another in some... Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city. I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide... What? That weasel has it for sure. But I'll tell you this. I didn't speak of that stuff to us. I'm sure he'll make a run for it, probably by boat. I'd look for him on an out-of-sight beach somewhere. He's...
Nature?
Psst. Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, he did. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Продвинулись. Так, сейчас надо на мойке Смиральды сбегать. Что-то нужно делать с этой, блин, говорящей головой. Что-то надо делать. Да, кстати, с кошкой нужно поговорить. Из резиденции местного мэра. Что вы там? Легионер. Так, фонтан. И это хорошо. Извините, срочно нужно было переговорить с домашними, как обычно. Как обычно, срочно, и как обычно ни о чем. Так, ладно, и это все хорошо. Так, что я хотел? Дом Эсмеральды. Эсмеральдин дом. Так, и это у нас получается. А, да, я еще толком не посмотрел же это. Место преступления. Портовый склад, ну все, портовый склад нужно забыть. Так, это морга. Это верно, королевские крабы. Так, вход здесь. Вот же он, дом Эсмеральды. Если я все правильно понимаю. Ну-ка. Где вы, граждане, стоите? Вот он. А, это Ривеллону. Так, а ключи можно? Шкатулки, ключ от древних каменных ворот. Хорошо, давайте-ка мы все ключи отдадим Рудрику. От дома Эсмеральды. Где дом Эсмеральды? Это что? Нет, не он. Что-то надо делать с могилой, я так понимаю. Хорошо, так, это у нас таверна, это у нас морг, лечебница. Кабинет сысел, ратуша бани, лавка Эсмеральда, дом повара, штаб легиона, это какая-то чего-то непонятное, короче. Ладно, пойдем посмотрим, что там у нас на месте преступления тогда. Неудобно, блин. Ну и в конце концов наймем того мага, наверное. Инертный камень. Неплохо. Тут какой-то сломанный. Модера или как там тебя будет, душкой, закрой дверь. Не время тут подглядывать всяким. Так, ну что, давай испытаем тебя. Еще разочек на взлом. О, хоть что-то открыл. Письмо от герцога Ферольского.
It's official. The Duke of Ferrol is the worst poet in Ривеллон.
In his defense, not much rhymes with murder.
Здесь вроде все посмотрели. Так, во-первых, инертный камень. Где есть инертный камень? Во-вторых, поднимемся-ка наверх. Заперто.
Greetings, greetings. Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. Customers rarely find me up here, but I am. I have spent more of my life on the road traveling alongside great caravans than I have in any given. You wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. Oh, yes, a city besieged by the dead. Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
О, как. Отмычки есть. ассасина. Чародейство. Ну, я, собственно, понял. В общем и целом. Малахит за 80, да? Окей. Сюда нам нельзя.
What do you think you're doing?
Давайте сделаем по-другому. Нет, ну пожалуйста. Спасибо. Что, тряпки тоже берем? Авось пригодится. И здесь у нас что? Здесь у нас всякие сундучки. Опять же, ничего не мешает нам попробовать сделать вот так. Ну, нет, так нет.
It's locked.
Так, все, я понял, можно идти вниз. Стоп, а там еще одна была. Комнатка. Можно как бы сделать, попробовать что ли вот так вот. Опять же. Посмотрите, собственно, а что я там поимею? Неопознанная тканая шапка. Слушайте, ну, допустим, ладно. Я вполне удовлетворен. Так, закройте дверь, тут подглядывают на меня. Ну, неплохо, собственно, неплохо. Не зря отмычку потратили. Так, теперь у тебя что тут? Из неопознанного. Так, а чё, мы сами-то можем? Нет? Плюс 0,35 перемещения. Так вот, будем менять. Да, мы зря не взяли тогда. Зря я тогда не взял в прошлый раз этого мага из библиотеки. Он бы тоже уже тихонечко себе очки бы под на это самое подзабрал бы. — 72 плюс 11 очков здоровья. Атаковать 6. 4. Ладно, разберемся. Значит, что дальше? Дальше нужно искать дом Эсмеральды. Где он? Я в душе не это самое. Так, и надо что-то делать с головой. У кого голова-то у тебя? Где все остальные?
Not in the mood for cheese. Excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine almond there.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Так, голова. Голова. Да, голова. Как? Можно, если он говорящий, может с ним поговорить? Применить. Вау.
Not here, not now. We'll be better off speaking in the privacy of the cellar. There are eyes and... You know the healer's clinic, don't you? Oh, what's his name? Theliron. Yes, behind Theliron's house of healing, along the cliffs, you'll find... He keeps a spare key right near the place in a pen guarded by a rather lonely little... Not here, not now. It won't be the worst...
Вот так вот. Стоили под охраной одинокой овечки. Вот, по-моему, вот это вот, да, у нас. Так, ладно, идем сюда. Вот здесь, что ли? Овца.
I give milk. I give wool. And what do I get in return?
Зверин хочет меня зарезать. А, и вот еще овечка. Стойло. Где стойло? здесь. Видимо, да, надо лопату. А, к мэру-то я забыл зайти. Ну ладно. По поводу нашей кошечки поговорить. Что здесь? И чё? А где ключ-то? О, вот где. Ну все, я понял. Тогда я понял. Ладно, сейчас разговариваем с говорящей головой и, собственно, и на этом, наверное, на сегодня заканчиваем. Ибо хватит. Так, что у нас тут есть? Яблоко, по-моему. Тарелку взял какую-то. Апельсиновый сок. Мы все заходим сюда. Это что такое? Свечи. И закрываем дверь. Чтобы нам туточки не мешали. Так. Понятно. Вот так. Скелет. А, модель скелета. Не, квест мне нравится все больше и больше. Квест с кошками, с говорящей головой. Ну, прикольно вообще. Поддельная стрела, поддельная стрела. Поддельный генерал, поддельная стрела. Это яблоко, надеюсь, не поддельное? Так, да, голова, привет, давай поговорим.
Ah, a little privacy at last. Out of earshot of that contemptible jester. My true name is Nick. In life, I was an entertainer aboard the ship of the famed Pontius Pirate. I once dared to defy him, and little did I know the abuse was only beginning. A wandering sorcerer, mad as the day is long, found my severed head on the beach and resurrected me. I spent months in his company listening to him. When I asked him to return my head to my body, it must be in the Black Coat, Reginald stumbled upon me some days later and consigned me into his horrid little show. I know not how long I've been entertaining slack-jawed imbeciles at the Sicil Fair. That charlatan doesn't have a lick of his own talent. So he begs what I wouldn't give to give old Reggie a swift kick in the jugglers. Oh, to have legs again. More than anything. But the chances are so slim with the Black Cove utterly infested with Pontius's undead cronies. My poor lost body is among them, sightless and silent in their vile company. For all I know, they're using it as a coat rack. Traveller, if there were any way you would brave the cove's depths and reunite me with myself, you'd be doing me the only kindness I'd have received in as long as my poor memory serves. It won't be the worst.
Ooh! Что случилось? Что ты кричишь таким диким голосом? Слушайте, ну... Что там с опытом. Сколько осталось, да? До следующего уровня. Ну, все-таки 2000 опыта на дороге не валяются, поэтому сейчас я быстренько сохранюсь. Где было? Это вот здесь было. И надо взять этого гражданина, наверное, будет с собой в приключения во всяческие. Гражданина-волшебника, который не хочет знаться с демонами. Я немножко не понял. Зачем мне это сохранять? Грузил, вернее. Пусть ему тоже 2000 опыта привалит. Все равно возьму, что делать-то? Так, здесь другой набор всяческих вкусняшек. Знаете что? А не буду этого делать. Ладно, так. Вот у нас здесь есть. Нефиг там по 20 раз перепроходить. Да, но сейчас тогда надо, пока не забыл, я срочно сбегать в библиотеку. Так, где у нас дом этого мэра-то? Ратуша, вот. Ратуша, это мы сейчас мимо как раз напрямую тудой, да? Тут еще один домик. Может, вот этот дом Эсмеральда? Это лавка. А дом-то где? Давайте сейчас тогда еще до туда. Ладно, бегаем. Правильно или это к чему? Вот в чем вопрос. Так. Да не, ладно, не буду я фигней страдать всякой сейчас. Быстренько сбегаем. Так, кабинета мэра. Поговорим с кошкой. Заберем гражданина-волшебника с собой и все. Хотя нет. Нигде вообще. Черт, из дома выбраться не могу. Дверь-то закрыта, какой ужас, блядь. Да? Сломать дверь. Посмотри, что она там такого делает.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps
How
wrestling in
lovely to see. I'm a painter by trade, as you can see, but a cut. I travel around Andervale, mastering my craft and finding new subjects to add to my litany of lovely portraits and complex maps. Like this rooster I'm working on now, and the landscape that surrounds him.
no better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows. Where's Hannah?
On the move, cheese. The excuse is more holes than the slice of this fine almanac.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Feed a big cheese on your book with a wheel of the good stuff.
I'm straight. I'm true. Harry's got it.
Так, ед мы продали. Все, в ратушу пойдем.
Golly gosh! One who flaunts the highways and byways of silly old Sicile with the easy elegance of a puss with her tail in the air. I do declare such a sight is rather... But where are my manners? I am Maxine, and you must be one of those hunters one here. I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands. But of course, darling, be my guest. Oh, this quaint little town is a tad too parochial for one of my more urbane tastes. But one has to make do, hasn't one? The fresh sea air does go to great lengths to... And heavens forbid! No, fear is rather too strong a term there, hunter dearest. The predator's instinct is a trait we share, you and I. And though those rancid ramblers may not... Oh, you haven't left town yet, have you? Jolly but of course, darling. Be my guest. Oh, he's a darling old Tom, isn't he? Paws over tails in love with me, and who can, at the risk of sounding as shallow as a spaniel, I can't but admit my love does not come. Oh, dear Sam, he's such a good old bean. But he does rather reside at the bottom of the scratching pole, doesn't he? And dear me, one...
Ах ты стерва. Пушистая маленькая стерва. Так, ладно, берем, пока не поздно этого гражданина. Где? Иди сюда.
The Source Hunter. Have you come to your sense? I would tell you my reasons, but it seems rather pointless to do so, seeing that quite clear.
А, вон она
She
что.
does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Хорошо. С другой стороны. А с другой
No,
стороны.
this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
Cache d'Honneur. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Celeron will have to pay yet another fine.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for.
Подождите, а пиратская...
Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Where's this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Oh, rack! What mayhem!
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. The The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Kejdenor. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Celeron will have to pay yet another fine.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Volume 1, Volume 2. But where's the third one gone? Shut
The This isn't the grimoire I'm looking for.
A brief history of
The
sorcery still hasn't
Pseudomonarchia
been returned.
Daemonum.
Celeron will have to
First
pay yet
edition
another
too.
fine.
Most promising. Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Poetry among novels? Rack. Mayhem.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And a first edition too. Most promising.
Volume 1, Volume 2. But where's the third one gone? Shut so. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Kejdenor. A brief history of
The
sorcery still
Lesser
hasn't
Key
been
of
returned.
Sadakandras.
Celeron will have to pay yet
What
another
nonsense.
fine.
The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Lucky find!
Окей.
Kejdenor.
The
A
Lesser
brief history
Key
of
of
sorcery.
Так, ладно, пора заканчивать реально. Отличная игрушка, прикольные квесты, но как бы ее так быстро не пробежишь. Да и неинтересно так быстро пробегать такие игры. Отличная РПГ. Поначалу немножко не зашла, но видимо в нее нужно погружаться некоторое время перед тем, как она раскроется полностью. И это еще при том, что ни одной битвы толком не было, кроме обучающих. Вот. Ну что вам сказать? Спасибо, что смотрели. Ангелина С. Спасибо всем, кто будет смотреть. Ну и так далее, в общем. Всем спасибо, всем пока. Командир корабля экипаж прощается с вами и желает вам приятного полета.